Dave said, my hamster died as well. So sad. And my goldfish died as well. So everyone said sugar, and I picked up the goldfish from the bowl and slammed it really hard and fast into my brother's eye. Actually, I don't know who my brother is. Maybe it's a plastic elephant, or it's a kind of little round ginger chocolate cake outside, paper inside, and gorillas are floating around. And I saw something else, gorilla ice cream. I like that. So I said, I'll have a little chocolate Swiss roll in my hypnotizer. Dave said yes, so he just fell over and died. So sandwiches, murder, you can't catch me, I'm the fastest in the land. The hypnotizer. Once a boy called George came to school and said, I can eat gorillas. So he said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, okay, watch this. And he took this gold gorilla out of his pocket and he put it very carefully into his mouth. And it went like this. This isn't gorilla, this is chimpanzee syrup. What a fucking horrible drink. Everyone in class was looking at him. They looked like they had never been proven right in all their lives. Dave said, see, we told you you couldn't eat it, you fool. George said, yeah, you know, I've got to impress you guys all the time in order to be your friends. Haribo said, it's okay, George. We understand. Then our teacher, Miss Goodall, said, why are we getting so deep into this? Why TP? Isn't someone supposed to say snans and plums? And we say, talk word silence. This YTP was sponsored by NordVPN, which stands for your mother. Fuck you. Ha! Just fucking joking. I don't get any money from this shit. So sad. Anyway, once my friend Haribo came to school doing your mom. American teenage boys think the phrase bag of plums is hysterically funny because it sounds to them that I'm saying a sack of testicles. More. We had a strict who was so teacher you weren't allowed to fuck the duck fugel. We had a teacher who was so teacher you weren't allowed to teach in her teacher. The weak twos used to eat, die and shit. This is my first Michael Rosen Y. TP on more by Lee. This is not my first Michael Rosen Y. TP on mobile. Here's another thing. You say, we're going on a trip in my favourite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little shit. He says, the Michael Rose of each foot. We spoke. I said, well, don't do it here, will you, Sonny? You won't crumble your bread or roll out of the door and off again, do you? And my dad says, after the walnut, innit, shave. Hard luck, Dave. Always knew. Just before they went out, school prisons, this is how we play. I stopped eating. Dad said, slowing down where I don't know. Deep down, God, when I get away, the aeroplane took off and flaps his hands. He bloke over there. Hip, hop, ham and sheddle. There's an old me too. He was 4 years old, me too. He was 4 years old, me too. He was 4 years old. Do you want an apple? No. Deep down, inside, there's a tree. And then we go on, my aunt's from Holland. And we kept 10 plums. When I was 7, I robbed a bamboola balank with my sister when I was 8. It's a lump. I'm in the middle of a wrestle, said there was an inspector sewing away. Sometimes my mum and dad used to go away, says my brother, I want to wee on the end of runway 4. Can I blow till it's cool? We were doing a roll in my soup. Then she said, eat up, Michael. The door. That really whiny kid going meals and stuck blue Gorillas can't swim. Hemorrhoid sat on his orange. Does anything in the poem remind the book with my eye? Of course. Ha! Father Crisps, can I open my window? Once my friend Haribo came, the milk and sugar. This one had a bright, quite right, quite right, quite right into an airport. Stop. Windmills.